Tutorial on keyword research. So absolute masterclass on this. I've been selling for over 4 years now on Amazon. I've launched probably 60, 70, 80 products, bundles, etc. as well in the UK and the USA, and I'm just about to launch a private label brand in the UK, and this is the exact method that I use to find my keywords using Helium 10. So yeah, without further ado, let's dive into it. So the tool that I'm using is Helium 10. Okay, if you want to get 6 months, 20% off, type in the code Hayden in capitals 6M20 into Helium 10. I'll leave a link for that below, and you can get 6 months off 20%. So there's a couple of tools that you can use to do this, okay, in order to find the best keywords on Helium 10. So you've got Cerebro here, and then you've got Magnet, and they're the two main ones that we're going to use. Now, there's many things, many ways that you can track keywords later on, like the Amazon Keyword Product Tracker, for example. But what we're going to do right now is focus on these two tools, the Cerebro and Magnet, and we're going to do our best to find product keywords that match what you're looking for, so that you can end up building out your listing, building out your title, etc. So guys, go get a cup of tea, go get a cup of coffee, come back to the video, watch this through to the end. No need to scroll a load of more random YouTube videos, because it's all here, I promise you that. Okay, so look, we've got a couple of examples here. So the first thing you're going to want to do is pick your marketplace, guys. What marketplace are you selling on? Obviously that's the first thing you've got to pick, and then we're going to type in a suggestion ace in here. Obviously you need to get an ASIN of one of your competitors, okay, or a few of your competitors, and do the research with that. This is just for an example, okay, so let's whack that in there. So that's the first ASIN there that we're going to test out, guys. You'll then notice next that it comes up with all these boxes here, okay. You've got the search volume, the word count, etc., and I'm going to go through a few of them now, just some of the main ones that you're going to want to use, just to get a good understanding of the keywords that you're going to want to use for the product listings. So let's do word count. I like to do at least 2 in the word count, because generally a word count of egg, for example, is going to be a lot more competitive than egg timer. So for a couple of reasons, i.e. competition generally and niching down, I like to put at least a word count of 2, you know. Next thing, I'm going to put search volume. So what sort of minimum search volume you're looking for on each of your keywords. Now, guys, I've got some successful products. One that I can think of the top of my head that's insanely successful, sells about 12 products a day, one of the bundles that I create. And it's got no search volume over 200, maybe 300 max. Okay, it's got no search volume over that. And what I mean by that is, rather than just having 1 or 2 or 5 chunky keywords, I've actually got about 20 to 30 small keywords that have got about 200 search each, less than 300 search each. And it's one of the best sellers that I've got. So you don't have to have huge keywords that are highly competitive with loads of search volume. So it's important here to put, I think, depending on the products that you're selling, guys, you know, I'm talking about a lot of just bundled products here, where you're creating your own listings as well, or a sort of low-end private label product where there's not loads of competition. It might suit you in some cases, not in all cases. It depends the sort of product you're launching, to just put, for example, 100 here in the search volume. Now, with the organic rank, guys, I usually put 60 here. So what that means is, this is going to show me products that this is going to show me keywords, okay, that this product is ranking for organically in pretty much the top 2 pages. Okay, so this 60 means the first 60 places on that Amazon keyword search term, okay, which generally about 30 per page, okay, listings. So yeah, I like to put the 60 in there, guys. And that's all I'm really going to put in there for now, guys. Don't want to confuse things too much on this front. So let's click apply filters, and then let's go from there, guys. So we've applied the filter there. We've got 358 filtered keywords there, guys, okay? So what we're then going to do at this stage is check over here at the organic rank. This is what I like to do. And remember, whatever this is, okay, I don't even know what this is, because it's just a random keyword. I think it's a dog toy or a puppy toy, okay? So let's go with that. What we're doing here what I do is scroll over to the organic section here. This is my most favorite area, guys. I want to see where this product, one of our competitors, is showing up for organically, what keyword that is. Look at all of these people here are showing up as organic rank number 1 on Amazon for these search terms. This product is showing up the first organic result for all of these keywords. Really, really important to know that. So obviously, if you've got a similar product, your goal should be to do the same thing if you can compete. So the first thing I'm going to look at is start going through all of these keywords, guys. You've got the organic rank there. Let's check the search volume next. Looks good. Okay, no doubt it's going to be highly competitive though. So the next thing I do here is click on the Cerebro IQ score if I want to nail it down a bit. The higher the score, the better, guys, on this. Okay, so let's see what this keyword is. Is it relevant? This is Little Friends Puppy Island. Okay, that sounds like a bit of a brand to me, but let's have a look. 277 search, not to be sniffed at in the example that I just showed you. I have got products that sell well, guys, that haven't got much search. I've just built up multiple keywords with lower search. Organically, we're ranking for organic rank 7, guys. So if that's not a brand, which it could be, let's just use this as an example. Because it's only got 277 search, that could be a nice little keyword. Are you going to get tons and tons of sales from that keyword? Unlikely. But is it worth having? Could you get a few sales from that are going to organically help you? If you can get a few sales from that, make your way up in the bigger search terms and multiple search terms? Absolutely. So it's well worth doing. So the next step I would do, guys, is click onto the listing. Okay, and as you can see, there's only 7 results for that, guys. There's 7 results showing up here. And what we can see is Little Friends Puppy Island's actually a game. So it's not relevant, guys. Okay, but we had to do our further research to do that. Not every one that you click on is going to be relevant either, guys. They're not all going to be relevant, you know. So it's important to just have a look at different ones. Next here, we've got the Puppy Heartbreak Comforter. Okay, now that sounds like a brand thing as well. So let's just move on from that. And sometimes, guys, you're going to realize that they're just not relevant to the product that you're launching. You've got to be thinking about the product that you're going to launch, not just this one. Is it relevant? Dog toys. That's highly relevant, okay? Search volume is 80,000. Cerebro IQ score is still okay, not great. And organically, we're ranking number 1. So obviously, we're going to look into that search term, guys. Only 4,000 results. I thought it was going to be more than that, so that's not too bad. But it's going to be competitive, guys. As you can see, we're showing up number 1 there, guys. Perfect little Fred plush puppy dog toy, guys. It's £3.80. The price is leading the way on this 100%, and it's sold by Amazon. So I wouldn't even personally compete with this at all. There's no way you can compete with that price when Amazon's selling it. No chance. That's why it sold 7,000 in the month, guys. But in terms of looking for the keywords, let's have a little look. So let's do the X-ray. What our next step was I'll do is run the X-ray on here. Get this all loaded up. Good. I've never said that before. And we've got the search volume there. Tick. Is it a seasonal product? You can check that on here, guys, for example. Well, as we know, people are buying dog toys for their dogs in December, so obviously that's going to increase a lot. Apart from that, it's pretty consistent throughout the year, guys, dog toys, as you can see. So just because this keyword might be too competitive, we're going to hide sponsored results on this and just have a little look. It might be too competitive, okay, and it probably is, because the amount you're going to need to invest in order to compete in this keyword, guys, to actually get to the top. How it works, guys, is if you want to knock this guy off the top spot here, okay, it's not showing how many sales they've got. If you want to knock this one off the top spot here, 4,164 sales, total revenue of 8,696. You're going to have to spend a lot in PPC, okay, to organically get more sales, to organically and with the sponsored that you're spending, get more sales than that, guys. So I think a lot of people overlook this. It's not, what we want to do is have a little look at the review count as well. See how many reviews generally they've got. It's a lot, guys. It's a lot. But it's not as easy as just saying, okay, they've only got, you know, there's 3 or 4 listings here with under 100 reviews. So, you know, people can compete. Therefore, I can compete. Well, no, that's not how it works, guys, because you're not just competing, like, you're not just trying to compete with PPC, okay? You're not just trying to get in the top 10. If you want to, if you've got a plan to knock one of these guys off the top spot, you've got to compete with revenue. You've got to compete with investment. And if you haven't got 19,000, okay, if you haven't got the stock to fulfill 19,000 worth of sales, which is, let's say, if it costs 1/3 of the product, it's going to cost you around about £6,000 in cost of goods, okay, just for that 1 month, guys. If you haven't got that, then obviously you can't compete. You literally can't compete because you haven't got the money to do so. So there's a few different things you've got to take into account there, guys. But what you're doing here is looking for keywords that are not massively competitive, ones that you think you can compete and knock the guys off the top spot or get up there. Oh, let's get rid of that. How do I get rid of that thing up there? And then you also want to make sure they haven't got tons of reviews, and these guys have, guys. Like, to me, it's important. Unless you've got the budget, it's really important, right? It's really important. Now, sure, you could still compete here, but you've got to have a killer product. You've got to have a lot of PPC. You've got to have a lot of money on the cost of goods of this to compete with these guys here, in my opinion. Okay. So yeah, and then the case I would do here, guys, is work my way through all these keywords and do the exact same due diligence until you've built up your own list of keywords. What about Snuggle Safe? Okay, we'd look into that. It sounds like a brand again to me, guys. Why don't we hit the filters there, organic rank, look at all the spots. This is ranking for number 1. Look at the search volumes where they're not so much, but there's still a nice amount. Let's say 1,636 dog toys, dogs toys with an S instead of dog. And all of a sudden, it changes. Like, the results change completely. The search volume's different. There's still number 1 there, but it's a different number 2, it's a different number 3, it's a different number 4. So we might be able to compete just because one letter has changed, guys. So it's about working your way through these keywords and seeing where you can compete. Once again, I always hide the sponsored results there, guys. Go over to the review count. It's looking much better, guys. Just to get a quick snapshot, the sales are still there. Okay, it's looking much better, but you're paying for that in search volume. There's not as much search volume there, guys, and the price point's pretty low. Okay, you want to find a sweet spot where you find a keyword where the price point isn't too low, okay? So you can sell it for a good price, and to me, a good price is £20, £25 up. I do some for less, in the UK market, especially in the USA. I want at least $25 per product. And guys, you want a good amount of revenue, a good amount of search volume, and not too much competition, not too many sales, but a nice amount. And you want to build that keywords up, guys. And all of these keywords you can also put into your title, your back-end keywords, add them into your PPC campaigns, etc. As promised, we're going to look at Magnet as well, guys. Very similar thing here, but instead you can type in ideas that you've got. Let's type in dog toys, okay? So another way, rather than just looking at competitors, Tog toys, don't know what that is. Dog toys, guys. Let's hit keywords there. It's going to fetch the data for us, and what we're going to do is have a little look, see what other keywords it shows up for here, guys. Because you might be struggling to find keywords that you think you can compete for, that aren't too competitive, etc. But you want to spend time on this. As I say, I've got listings where I've got 20 or 30 keywords that none of them have got massive results, but combined, they're creating a bit of a killer product for me in terms of sales. So it's really good. So we just wait for that to load, guys. There we go. It's all loaded up. So let's have a little look. 8,472 keywords, guys. So once again, let's put the minimum search volume of 100 in there. Let's put the maximum of 500 and try and do my sort of method there, where I like the smaller keywords, okay, that we can compete for really easily and just build up loads and loads of them. So let's have a little look. It's not going to, obviously, we're not looking for competition, guys. We're not looking for specific ASINs here. So it's not going to show us the organic rank there, guys, because obviously we're not competing it against any specific product. We're just looking for keywords here, guys. So what you want to look at here is the search volume and actually how relevant this keyword is. It's got to be relevant, guys. Puppies is not relevant. Okay, sure, puppies is, they might still like the toy that you're trying to sell if you're trying to sell a dog toy, but it's not really relevant, guys, because people generally, it's going to be really hard to get someone to buy just by typing in puppies. It's not targeted enough. What about pet accessories for dogs? Doesn't make sense to me, but it could work. Herding balls for dogs, not unless you're selling a herding ball for dogs. You get the point here, guys. Doggy disc ball UK. Okay, let's pretend that it's a disc ball UK. Okay. that you're trying to sell. So it's got 424 search, pretty good. Pretty good, in my opinion. I think that's a nice amount of search. You can, get a few sales from that if you've got a good product. Let's have a little look. So let's load X-Ray in here. And this is just rinse and repeat, guys. Rinse and repeat. Remember, use the Hayden 6M20 code. Use the link below to get 6 months off this, guys. In my opinion, you're going to need this Helium 10 tool if you want to do things properly. Once again, guys, looking at the sales, tick. Is it got good search volume? Tick. Is it seasonal? Is it seasonal? Let's look at the trend. It's not got great search apart from now, guys, to be honest. The search has really increased recently. It's a little bit seasonal. October has a spike. October's pretty good. November, December. Other than that, it's pretty low search, guys. I mean, it's still definitely a search term that I'd be happy to include, but it wouldn't be a main one. There's not enough search here, guys. But let's do the other checks as well. It's got some revenue there. Okay, it's got some sales. Review count, wow, you can definitely compete in there, and with the sales as well, that total revenue. I mean, even if you wanted to knock this top guy off the top spot of this keyword, you're going to need about 1/3 of that revenue there, guys. So let's say about £1,800 plus. You're going to need the PPC spend. It wouldn't be too much. You can find that out, guys. And obviously you've got your fees to pay here. But are you going to want to sell a product for £9.13? Maybe you do. I don't. Okay, but maybe you do. There is a few other guys in here, $13.99, $16.48. But this is what it's about, guys. Just finding loads of keywords using Magnet and Cerebro that you can rank your product for. Shoving them into your title, shoving them in your keywords, everything like that, guys. Let me know if you've got any questions below and I'll be happy to answer them. My name's Hayden, and it's been great to chat to you here, guys. Make sure you like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.